Greetings to you in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. In the last chapter 2, I had told about Mr. Diamond sir, who was my class teacher and also English teacher. Now this is chapter 3a of my autobiography. He enacted so many dramas and always he selected me to be a hero of the dramas. And one such drama was 3 questions. And that drama was being enacted for the third time on an Independence Day because everybody enjoyed it. Now, in the opening scene, the dining table would be there, and there cake, vada, and lavo color, that is black in color, that would be poured into the wine glass, and I will be dining it. And 2 butlers will be there and they will be trembling. Now the scene is that I would be very angry. The king was very angry. I was the king, and the king's dress was very well decorated with gold papers, and the crown well decorated with the golden papers and the cross and all that. It's an English king. So then after taking the food, the dinner, I would deliver a dialogue. Now what happened, out of overconfidence, I forgot to deliver the dialogue, but I took the food sumptuously and entered into the green room casually. There, the Diamond sir was there, along with him, drawing master was there. And he was ready and he kicked me from the behind. What are you doing? We are all not waiting here to just see how you are taking your food. Idiot, go and deliver the dialogue. Then only I realized that I had forgotten the dialogue. The Diamond sir came and he said that he is the main hero, and if he is not there, the drama would be a flop. So don't give him any tension. Let him, Mohan, don't worry, go and deliver that. He said that, no, you don't know about this fellow. He would do everything. He was so angry. He was furious. Then I entered into the scene again and I spoke the dialogue. And fine property. How to get it? Yes, that's the way. This is how I had to speak, and I spoke. There was a big applause, and they all thought that maybe that was the scene, that dining he would do first, then he would go, then he would again come and ponder about that and deliver. So they all thought that it's a natural thing, and everybody enjoyed. That was there. Then I joined there in 1963, and it was 1964 April 1st came, and immediately I remembered about the April Fool that we used to play in Tutukudu. What we would do is, with the Rickshaw Union friends and all, we would take a plantain stem and cut that, and there we would write April Fool or AF, and then we would take it and rub with that hand-caught wheel, that black grease, and we would chase people over there and we would stab. That's what we were doing. So here also I thought that I should play April Fool with my schoolmates. But in the home, absolutely there was no chance to make it and all. Then I thought I will take the Jupiter Bakery stamp and also the rubber stamp pad. On the way to my school, I would enter Jupiter Bakery. There Ramar would be there and he would give the cake to be tasted, and I would taste it, then only he would prepare it. So that's what he would do. So without his knowledge, I took the rubber stamp pad and also the Jupiter Bakery rubber stamp, that is address stamp, and I put it in my bag and went. And I was waiting for the interval period to come, and immediately I took that out and I started chasing the students. Even girls were not spared. In the white shirt, I started stamping the April Fool. That instead of the April Fool, that Jupiter Bakery stamp. And the students were running from here and there was a big confusion. And at that time, the drill master, Mr. Victor, he came. He was a member of our church. And he saw, what are you doing? I said, sir, I am playing April Fool, sir. April Fool you are playing? And he slapped me left and right and he took me by my hair, and he was pulling all along uh, towards the headmaster's room, and Gopal sir was the headmaster. And what I thought was my hair had become completely disturbed, so I took coolly the comb out, and I was just dressing it up. And he was asking, "What are you doing?" "Sir, already gone here and there. It's not okay, sir. So I'm just..." "Idiot, you are doing all that." And he was furious, and he gave me another slap, and he snatched that comb, he broke it, and he pierced it into my scalp, and it started bleeding. At that time, Gopal sir came to my rescue, and he asked, "Sir, what are you doing? Why you are beating him like this? This is bleeding, sir." "Sir, you don't know about this fellow. No, you just leave him. This is not the way you should treat a student." And he came and he was asking, "Mohan, what happened? Why you are having ink, rubber stamp, pad and everything? What happened?" Then I told him, "Sir, I was playing April Fool, sir." "April Fool you are playing? Mohan, this is not a place to play all these things. You have done a serious mistake." "Sir, this is what we do. We used to do it in 2nd grade." "Oh, Mohan, no. You are related to FC teacher and Robert sir. Huh? Yes, no, you should not do it. Never do it again." And he said, "Come on, dress up yourself, the comb, and go. Leave. I was totally relieved. I came. This I never disclosed to my chitti, my auntie. Okay. Then I was told about FC Chitti and Mr. Samuel Robert. They got newly married in 1962 on May 7th at Charitable. Then my mother had requested her own sister that please take care of his studies, because this fellow would not study. He must study. So for that reason I am sending. So within 1 year, that is next May 1963, I went there. At that time they had one son, 2 months old baby, Tambu. Okay. Then they were very good. See, you can't expect anyone to accept a 12-year-old boy when they had just got married, a newly married couple. You can't expect. But they were God chosen people, and God blessed them and their family, and their children would be blessed. That I know, because they had done a great service to me, and God had poured grace upon me. That's why that chance was given to me. That's one thing. But they were very strict. They used to go to bed at 10 p.m. and wake up at morning 4 a.m. This was their habit. So at 9 o'clock we would have the dinner. Then after that 10 o'clock we would go to bed. The tuition boys and girls would be there, and they would be studying till 9:30, 9:45. So at 9 o'clock, once I took my food, I would not be able to control my sleep. So I would start sleeping comfortably, opening the book, and I would be sleeping there. Then it would be noticed by everyone, and my uncle, he would take a pot full of water and he would pour right on my head. I would be totally drenched. The books would get wet, all that, and I would get awake. "What happened? What are you doing? Are you not ashamed? How can you sleep like this? And everyone is studying and you are sleeping." But I would not be able to control. This would happen. Then morning, 4 o'clock, they would get me up. Then I would go directly to the toilet. There in the water tub, I would rest my head and start sleeping. Then what would happen again? Auntie or uncle would follow, and they would splash the water, throw the water through the gap from the top of the door and the roof, and the water would come and attack me from there. And again I would get up. What happened? "Oh, Baba, I could not bear it." But nothing doing. This was going on. To vent my feelings, I would go to a hilly area. I would cross police station Ambaravanapuram, then cross that police colony. Then I would get on to a small hill, Then I would cross that hill and I would go to the other side so that no one would be able to notice. Navy cut, Bill's Navy cut cigarette. That ship picture will be there. It's a blue packing, cigarette packet, and along with that matchbox, I would smoke freely. Ah, what an enjoyment! Even when I was 13 years old, I started smoking. Then I would be enjoying the natural sceneries over there, hand carts and bullock carts going and all that I would enjoy. Then I would return. This nobody would know. Then one day, out of frustration, I thought, what is the need to live? At that time I had not studied mathematics. I did not study. I could not grasp that multiplication and all that stage did not come. That came in class 9. But it was in class 8. I thought I would finish up my life. There was a big well there in the garden. So I thought I would plunge into that and commit suicide. So before that, I took a sheet of paper and wrote a suicide note. And in that suicide note, I had written, nobody is responsible for my death. This is a decision that I have taken out of my own self-will because I do not want to live. This I had written, and nobody should be arrested. That also I had made a note of that. Then I had put my signature with the date, and I thought I would make a small prayer before that. Then I knelt down and prayed. Lord, I do not want to live. Please help me that I want to commit suicide. There is no point in living. All that I was praying, and I committed myself. Lord, I'm going to commit suicide. I had reported that in the prayer. Then I took the Bible and I opened the Bible. There it came. Deuteronomy chapter 28. And I started reading it. There it was written like this. If you will only obey the Lord your God by diligently observing all his commandments that I am commanding you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations of the earth. And all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you if you obey the Lord your God. Then it was written, blessed shall be you in the city, blessed shall you be in the field, blessed shall be the fruit of your womb, the fruit of your ground, and the fruit of your livestock, both the increase of your cattle and the issue of your flock. Blessed shall be your basket and your kneading bowl. Blessed shall you be when you come in, and blessed shall you be when you go out. The Lord will cause your enemies who rise against you to be defeated before you. They shall come out against you one way and flee before you 7 ways. So like that, so many blessings were there, and it went till 14th verse. So I read everything. Once I read that, I thought, if I obey God's commandments, then God will bless me abundantly. So I thought, why should I die? So it was eye-opener to me. And God was speaking to me, that I could realize that He doesn't want me to commit suicide. So He loves me. So that feeling came. And I forgot about the suicide note. I just kept that suicide note inside the Bible and closed it. And I had forgotten it forever. Then when I was getting married, when I was 30 years of age, my uncle told, say, I got a precious note which he had written off in their own hands when he was just 13 years of age. What? Yes, and that is in the Bible. That is in the Bible, and I am still keeping it for you. Then I realized, yes, that is the suicide note. I realized that. So all these things happened. This is end of chapter 3a. Now, this chapter 3b, I would explain how I completed my SSLC examination. Thank you. Praise be to God.